Oh no, they're great. Yeah, look, it has been another one of those Origin weeks where lots of things have gone on, but our focus has been really good from a team point of view. We understand how important it is to play well in any Origin game, but particularly here in front of the Queensland fans. They want to make sure that we do a good job.
How much of a factor?
Oh, a little bit. Not, it hasn't been disruptive in any way. The players have just got on with their lives of preparing for the biggest game of their careers again. It's important, I think, for Corey that he made the decision. He can get on with his footballing life for the rest of the season, and hopefully, he put in a great performance for Queensland again tomorrow night.
Do you think he could have kept playing? I mean, it's such a good player.
Yeah, well, I think most people were in agreement with that, but Corey's obviously got a different opinion to the rest of us, and I guess he knows his body more than anyone else on what he can and can't do. He's such a professional with the way he prepares himself, but I think he felt it was time, and good luck to him. Well, the important thing for us is that Corey Parker plays well. That's what we need him to do tomorrow night. Everyone else will be looking after themselves, and Corey will be looking after himself as well. I mean, he's been a great player for Queensland over the period, and certainly since he's arrived back in the team, he's had some outstanding results. So we're looking forward to seeing him at his best tomorrow night at Suncorp Stadium.
Do you want that to be an extra level of motivation?
No, I don't believe it needs that. I think playing here in front of this wonderful, passionate people that we have in Queensland is enough. I think our players are really looking forward to playing here on the Suncorp Stadium pitch. It's a great venue to play rugby league, and particularly around this time of the year with Origin, we're all very excited, and certainly the players are about what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Just how much of an X factor is the crowd?
Oh, very important. Particularly, there's going to be times tomorrow night when the team is doing it tough and looking for a little bit of energy, and the crowd often provides that energy. So we're looking forward to them coming through in their thousands with their maroon kit on and really being really passionate. I mean, there's a lot been said about the players and how they, what Origin's about, but to me, most of Origin is about the fans and the support and the passion that they provide, for these players to perform. And if they came here and played in front of no one, I'm pretty sure it'd be a dull old game.
For the guys who it's their first game here, is there something you're going to say to them about trying to? Because it's going to be a nervous moment for them.
Oh, it's going to be extremely nervous for them, but they've got to adapt to that, and I think we've got enough experience in the side, rather than coming from some of our senior players that have played, so many Origins here and some good games as well. So, I think it's important that they get themselves into the game and understand, how important it is for them to perform well on the stage here at Suncorp. Well, there is to some degree. We've got to perform well. We know that, going to Sydney for Game 3, if that goes to a decider, it's going to be a difficult task. And not saying tomorrow night won't be tough either, but I think there's pressure on both camps. I think everyone's expecting a much more open game, which we're going to try and provide, and New South Wales will in that degree as well. So I think it'll be another classic Origin match. Not a lot between the sides, but someone's going to finish in front, and hopefully that'll be the boys in maroon jerseys.
Do you embrace the pressure?
Well, I get excited by it, but I'm not the one that's out there sort of, putting my body on the line. These guys have got to go through a lot in 80 minutes for Queensland to get that victory. I'm just really excited about what's going to happen tomorrow night. I think both Queensland and New South Wales will improve from Game 1. How much they both improve will determine the result.
Kevin, I suppose you know what's coming. I mean, after Game 2 in Melbourne, do you expect that same sort of reaction from the Blues?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think their big strength is their forwards, the way they carry the ball, and I think the surface here and the atmosphere will ignite New South Wales to some degree. And we've done a lot of work on Matt Moylan as well. I think his skills were underestimated in Game 1. They didn't get the full tilt of his ability at the back, and I think in Game 2 he's one player that we're going to be trying to put as much pressure on as we can to limit what he does on the field, because I think he's a real exciting young player and really does suit the type of football that'll be played tomorrow night.
Is Dylan Walker another bloke?
Yeah, no, well, we try to put pressure on everyone, but I guess with it being Dylan's first Origin match here at Suncorp, we're going to make that uncomfortable for him as we can. But he's a quality player, and I know that he was heavily criticised after Game 1, but we understand and certainly aware of his talents. We've got even one of his coaching staff on our staff, so we're well aware of how explosive he can be and the dangers that he does provide for New South Wales.
Kevin, Laurie seems to think that an open game will suit them
Yeah,
than you guys?
well, I don't think it'll suit any team to any advantage, really. I mean, both teams have got lots of skill amongst their group in the key positions, and I guess it really comes down to the middle guys as well, on how much space they can provide these players to showcase their skills. And we know that New South Wales have got some big offloading forwards as well, with good footwork and the like. So they are a big threat for us. We managed to hold them at bay in game one. Whether we can do that again remains up to be seen tomorrow night.
Sorry, the team, what Cameron Smith was saying, they just want to try and play to the potential. And
Well, that's the key for every game, that players are trying to live up to the potential that they do have. I mean, these are our elite athletes and our elite footballers, both from Queensland and New South Wales, and I think everyone's in agreement that saw game one, as tough and brutal as it was, the real skills weren't showcased on the night. And I know that New South Wales, well, I don't know, but I'm suspecting that they're looking to use the ball a little bit more, as we will be as well.
How much do you think that
Melbourne last year, we can take lessons from that because
Yeah.
a bit of an ambush early.
Yeah, I think ANZ Stadium was criticised heavily for the surface. I don't think it's about the surface. I think it's about that first game, just testing each other out as such and seeing where both teams are at. Game two, players are mostly more comfortable with what's going on through the Origin period, and I know our guys have been a little bit more relaxed this camp, and hopefully we can get that relaxation out of the system now and into what will be a really tough encounter.
Have you let yourself think about winning, like clinching a series? You sort of dared to
No, I'm really, my fear of failure is driving me again from game one. I understand the importance that this Queensland team means to the Queensland public, and we've just been driving that as much as we can about how important it is to play well when you put that jersey on. And these guys are, it's not something new to them. That's the culture that was instilled in them through Mal way back in 2006, and I'm just really spinning plates, just trying to make sure that momentum continues as best it can.
Still, how much are you looking forward to this game?
Oh, very much. I mean, I'm a fan. I said to the players, I'm a fan of Origin. I mean, I'm here coaching the side, but at the end of the day, we all love the spectacle that Origin provides, and I'm looking forward to a great contest tomorrow night. I mean, some great talent on show from both teams, and particularly from a Queensland point of view, I'm looking forward to watching our guys go out and get into battle. It's going to be a tough game, they always are, but hopefully there'll be a little bit of openness as well about it from both teams, and should create a great spectacle for the fans.
Why the Blues?
No, we're all good there. There's no problems there. There'll be no excuses there from us. Our guys are ready to go, and the training session this afternoon, our final one, will be important for us, what happens tomorrow night.
Why are the Blues more dangerous, Kevy, with the changes they've made?
Well, I just think they're a little bit quicker around the side. As I said before about Moylan, I mean, he's been a quality player for Penrith for a couple of years now, and that drier surface, the open sort of running suits his style of football. He's a great young kid as well, and I'm sure that they're all so excited. As a kid, no matter whether you come from Queensland or New South Wales, you want to play at this level, and you want to play at your best at this level. And I'm sure that's the way Matthew's treating it as well.
He has shown
the game, Kevy, so more just in terms of play the kicking.
Well, we just got to be smart defensively on him. He's some clever kicking as well. That can help, but generally, when he gets out the back of those block plays and the like, he makes good decisions. So we've got to limit his time and put him under pressure that way. There's lots of different ways with our defence that we can try and put pressure on, but knowing how the quality player that he is, I'm sure that he's going to create a lot of space and a lot of havoc for our defence.
Kevy, the Blues trained before you this morning. Did they wipe down the white balls?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Gilly's probably in there writing something up now. So, yeah, I think they'll come here with a great attitude, as they always do, and they'll be ready for the performance of their lives as well. So it's going to be, I just got this feeling that it's going to be one hell of a game, and it's going to be tight again. And I just, hoping that the Queensland crowd, can really get in and rally our boys, because we're going to need every little bit of luck.
How much do you think the combination of GI and those would have grown since game one? Do you think that they're spending more time together?
Oh, I think so. I think Greg's a wonderful player, and those inside him and outside him will get. It must be a great thrill for these players to come in and play around him. And obviously, Corey had a terrific debut in game one, but that's finished now, and he's got to move on to game two, which is again going to be another big challenge for him. We know that they're going to try and put pressure on the big fella, but hopefully he'll stand up to it. Yeah, well, Josh, again, it's his first game here at Suncorp Stadium, and particularly starting. I know how passionate Josh is, about playing for Queensland. He's been doing it for most of his life through the underage stuff, but this is the real stuff now against men, and he's got a massive challenge in front of him trying to fill the shoes of Nate Miles. But it's a challenge that I know he's really looking forward to.
Laurie was a bit coy this morning about whether he'd spoken to the refs or not. Are you planning to?
No, we're not going to. We don't. I don't feel the need certainly to inquire or have a meeting with the referees. We're very confident in the referees that have been appointed. As I said after game one, our players made some mistakes in game one, and our job and my job is preparing this team to try and limit those errors. And the referees didn't have anything to do with those errors.
Do you feel like they might treat things differently though after the show?
No, I don't think so. I think the referees did a great job in game one, and I'm sure they're, like everyone, looking forward to what should be a great game for game two, and they'll be part of that, part of the action and part of everything that goes on, and I'm sure they're looking forward to themselves having some great games, which I every trust and every belief that they will.
Tomorrow night, just before they run out of the tunnel, you're going to look at them. What are you going to tell them?
Oh, look, I don't normally say too much before the game. I think there's so much energy around the room, and it's hard to hear as well, even down in the dressing room. So we'll just keep things pretty normal, some simple instructions, and just let them go out and do what they do best, and that's playing footy.